Think you know Ninja songs? Old school or new school? Stand a chance to win big on Gusto Guess the Song. To be a part of this, call the numbers on your screen right now. Come on board and let's do things the Gusto way.
Hello and welcome to Gusto News on Gusto TV. My name is Andy, and on the news this time we've got the big Wiz himself, closely followed by Acapella Gold, and I'll be rounding up the news with super talented Tiwa Savage. But before I go on, I'd like to say a very big thank you for the likes and the comments across all our social media pages. We really appreciate it, and if you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe and hit the post notification bell so you get notified each time we drop a new video. So straight on to the news, starting up with Big Wiz himself, talking about the Machala. As we all know, Wizkid is currently on his Made in Lagos North American tour. He has toured cities like New York, he's toured Boston, and he has so many other cities lined up for him to tour. And obviously his current album Made in Lagos and the deluxe version have been doing a whole lot and have been breaking records across all digital streaming platforms. And this time on Shazam, Wizkid has broken a new record, or rather is keeping up the record in which he has had previously. You know, he was holding the record last week, and still this week is still holding it down there. And on Shazam this time, you know, Wizkid remains the most Shazamed artist in the US for the third week. So for the third week running, Wizkid is still the most Shazamed artist in the US, not in Nigeria, but in the United States of America. You know, he's doing this thing both in Nigeria and even outside Nigeria. So Wizkid is not somebody to be played with, you know, no be shiri who de zuzu. So Wizkid is doing a whole lot, being the most Shazamed artist in the US for the third week consecutively. As you can see the list here, where Wizkid is currently the number one on Shazam. Here we have Wizkid, you know, we have Wizkid as number one here, you know, doing so much. Here you have Shazam on Twitter. There's their verified handle on Twitter saying the latest top 10 artists on the Shazam US chart this week, with number one at Wizkid Dial. So big congrats to Big Wiz again, doing Big Wiz things, topping charts as he has always been known to. So moving on to the next slide is Edgy Baby, Is Your Baby, talking about Acapella Gold, you know, the one and only Acapella Gold. And currently, you know, his song High has been doing a whole lot in talk about how he's been breaking charts and all. And you know, High has Davido in it, and whenever Davido is on any song, you just have to know the song is a banger. Before now, he has had songs like It Is What It Is and See Now, in which he had his wife as the vixen. So right now, High featuring Davido is currently number one on Apple Music Gambia. Now I'm talking about in Gambia, Acapella Gold and Davido's High, it's number one on Apple Music Gambia. So this is really huge, not just in Nigeria. So High is not just doing wonders in Nigeria, it has gone across the shore to other West African countries like Gambia, and is currently number one, while in Nigeria it is number 3 on Apple Music Nigeria. High is number 3 behind Peru by Fireboy and Mood by Wizkid. So big congrats to Acapella Gold on another feat, staying number 1 on Apple Music Gambia, which means a whole lot of people in Gambia love listening to Acapella Gold and Davido. So is this the Davido effect, or maybe just Acapella Gold doing his thing? You can tell us in the comment section. Moving on to the next one, talking about the super talented Tiwa Savage. It's Tiwa Savage. Okay, my voice is quite bad for that. Tiwa Savage is on the news this time because her EP, as you all know, Water and Gary, just dropped, which has hit single like Somebody's Son. You know, everybody has been singing. I know that somebody's son go find me one day. Or probably I'm just going to change it from son to daughter, because I know that somebody's daughter go find me one day. So Tiwa Savage has been trending because of this, and right now on Spotify, Water and Gary is doing things. And as you can see here, Water and Gary by Tiwa Savage has reached 2 million streams on Spotify 3 weeks after its release. So this is like, 3 weeks after its release, Water and Gary EP by Tiwa Savage has hit 2 million streams on Spotify. So very big congrats to Tiwa Savage on this one. And on Instagram today, you know, Tiwa Savage went on to put out a couple of pictures of her in the waterfront. You know, we have really amazing and really beautiful pictures of her in the waterfront, as you can see here. And then she went up with the caption saying, "God bless all content creators." She went on to say, "Her now is a team that's speaking. Tiwa, we should drive to the waterfall and create nice content." And she says, "Sure, I'm sure we'll only need a couple of hours." And then she goes on to explain what it takes, you know, to go through all of these. And she goes on to say, content creators are doing a whole lot. And she says, God bless them. She says, after 6 hours drive, missing the road, finally finding the road, no food or drinks, muzzle pull on my leg, nowhere descent to pee. It starts pouring down with rain. Water was freezing cold. We had to climb 250 steps to get to the bottom and back home and back up again just to take a picture." And she goes on to say, "If you don't like this, my pictures, nobody's son will find you." So this is Tiwa Savage going on to say that all content creators, you guys are doing a whole lot in creating content that is really not easy just to go take a picture at the waterfront. She went through a whole lot. So guys, that's all I'll be having on the news this time. So if you have any comment, please drop it on the comment section and we'll be there to answer to some, if not all, of your comments. So you get to tell us how you feel about Wizkid, you know, latest Shazam's ranking, and also and Acapella Gold song in Gambia, currently #1 and #3 in Nigeria, and obviously Tiwa Savage, who now has 200 million streams on Spotify. So guys, this is how we're rounding it up. My name is Andy. Please remember to subscribe and hit the post notification button so you get notified each time we'll drop a new video. Thank you.